He then asked for his hands to be raised to his face so that he could see them, and he curiously remarked, quote, "Useless, useless." One of the most notorious episodes in American history. And he shoots the president in the back of the head. We're calling this one Bad Actor, Booth and Lincoln. And the corresponding episode we're calling Bit Parts, Booth and His Conspirators. He was born on the family farm in Bel Air, Maryland in 1838. But he is also very interested in the fractious politics of his time, and at 16 he became an acolyte of sorts to a man named Henry Winter Davis, a radical Republican congressman from Maryland. By 1860, still in his early 20s, he was probably the wealthiest actor in the United States. Now we'll move on to talk about his pro-secession views, his anti-union fanaticism, and the plot to initially kidnap Lincoln. As the outcome of the war became increasingly obvious in favor of the North, he finally begins to disclose to several associates his dastardly plans to kidnap the president. The idea, if you can call it that, was to take Lincoln hostage, smuggle him across the Potomac to the teetering Confederate capital of Richmond, and exchange him for Confederate POWs. So his kidnapping career is off to a pretty bad and I would say laughable start. On April 12th of 1865, Booth learns of Robert E. Lee's surrender at Appomattox, and therefore the Confederate cause is officially now null and void. No reason to kidnap now, as there's nothing to exchange. So there's only one option left, and that's to climb a few notches up on the felony food chain, and that, of course, is murder. Booth very hurriedly assigns Lewis Powell to murder Secretary of State William Seward in his home. He assigns the hapless George Atzerodt to murder the Vice President Andrew Johnson at his hotel. And he chooses David Harold to orchestrate the getaway for the gang. And of course, as the leading man that he was, he anoints himself to assassinate the president and the general and deliver the coup de grace.
This concludes the latest episode of Well Hung History. Run away and cry now, but before you do, make sure to subscribe and leave us a killer review. New episodes drop regularly.